This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up? Back with another one. Today we're diving into a clip where Joe reacts to the timing of a movie release right after James Van Der Beek's passing. So let's check this clip out.
Gorilla Pimp is just getting physical.
Got it.
You know?
Well, thanks for that clarification.
No, my
Gorilla
God.
Pimpin'.
Yeah, I wanted to ask y'all a question. What's up? And this might be a little up to think, but
probably.
Yeah. Did y'all find anything funny by this new James Van Der Beek movie being promoted like literally right after he passed?
I didn't know about the movie. I knew he passed, and I knew he was working on the movie. Did they like fast track the movie, or
I don't. It seems like they kind of just out of nowhere just dropped the trailer
in a timeline.
Yeah, but I get it. Might have been in the timeline. Cool. This is bad timing. I still think just out of decency. I know what I'm saying, and I know how it sounds. But I still think we don't just rush to do that right now. But I understand like from a business aspect.
I feel like movie studios probably sometimes like with something like that, they might know what's going on
and be ready
with the person
and
be squatting and waiting for that moment to benefit.
Yeah, because he was dying. It wasn't like a sudden thing. It wasn't like a car crash or something.
It would also depend on the situation. What if he's getting royalties or some shit? I'm sure he is. You know what I mean?
So you might want that.
Yeah,
you might have a lot of money. Yeah, you didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
At least not to pay for his healthcare bills. I don't know his financial situation.
I know they said what's the name was giving him money. Zoe Saldana was giving him $2,500.
But with movies, most actors speak to, your payment up front usually is your payment up front, and there's nothing
you don't think he got back in?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hard to say.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
Yeah. I don't know
if
that level. A big enough artist to get back in or demand back in money.
Maybe.
No, especially in this movie climate.
Maybe not. I just don't know.
What's the studio behind the movie? Do you know?
No, I didn't check. But I just thought it was convenient that.
Well, what do you think the angle would be? You think they're just being cynical, like he died, let's make some extra bread by putting it out right now?
I think most corporations would think, hey, if there's any moment to really seize the moment on something like this, the moment is now. Like,
yeah, and from what we've seen is he is a well-loved actor, and somebody to get the opportunity to go see him in his final role. Even if you weren't a moviegoer like that, you might want to go explore and see what the movie's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd be more inclined to see it.
Yeah, it's Lionsgate behind it.
This is wild. They're pointing out how the movie trailer dropped almost immediately after Van Der Beek passed, and it raises questions about whether it's respectful or just a business move.
It's a big studio.
Huge studio. It's
No, I'm saying it was
big Jersey. They coming to Jersey.
You know what?
Lionsgate?
To the hood.
To the hood.
The hood.
Where they going?
North, down on Freeland Avenue.
Yeah.
North.
By Seth.
All right. Well, so now that I look back, this movie is in theaters March 13th, which is around the corner.
Okay, so it was happening anyway.
It might have already been in their production line.
March 13th, I ain't mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was just something that
it's probably just bad timing.
It was
in that case.
For me, after hearing about the death, and then the next thing I see is a movie being promoted about him, and in the movie, he looks. Thinner. He looks like the thinner version of himself, though. And it was kind of like.
Are you a conspiracy guy?
In some ways, yeah. A lot, especially with industry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am, because a lot of times the things that I thought weren't possible weren't true, or just like sound asinine.
Yeah.
You find out that this is really true. Like I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'll be like, all right, this.
The crazy be it come out 10 and 15 years later. You know what I mean? Like, even not to be a Debbie Downer, all of this about the Epstein and all that, bro, we've been hearing for 15 years.
Yes.
20 years of how the politicians are a part of it. Some of the biggest name actors in Hollywood are a part of it. Motherfuckers have changed their physical residences because they used to have a list of all the politicians on both sides of the aisle that were partaking in that. This was a decade ago, yo.
Yeah.
I just remember a time when I used to watch movies, and movies would have all this type of in it, and I would be like, yo, that would be crazy if that was real life. And then you start to find out that some of these government
are predicated on they slow walking you.
So it's just I don't know. I am starting to, the older I get, and I'm starting to see some of the conspiracies I thought back in the day weren't true are actually true. I'm starting to believe more of them.
You know, with me, it's the
first I heard with kids was when they were doing help me out a little bit, the QAnon.
Oh yeah,
QAnon. Pizzagate. The QAnon was all about the Democrats doing, eating babies, doing all this. Epstein didn't really come to my mind until a while after, not long before they did the Netflix documentary. Yeah. And then I'm like, what the you know? And then, so I think that I find it funny that because at the end of the day, that QAnon I started like almost as a joke. It was like a meme page by kids, and then all the crazy MAGA kind of people.
And that's the problem when the crazy people get attached. I mean, even when I was in the cult, like we used to hear those stories all the time. I mean, a lot of that stuff was true.
About cults and shit?
No, about politicians, about specifically about the same shit we're hearing about Epstein now, and all those people, the islands and the abuse and all that shit. Sacrifice, all that stuff we were hearing in the 90s.
What's the one island that they say everyone goes to, every politician outside of the Epstein shit?
I don't know.
It's a secret society island that.
Don't assume Mark would know that.
Well, he knows a lot about politics
and cults.
So I figured maybe he would know. But it's a certain island
points are being made, but I don't.
That they would go and they would do their worshiping or whatever the it was. And I was
some
like,
I don't really know about
DR.
I've never believed.
I
never believed in the. I never thought none of that shit is real. This Epstein shit is beyond real, and I never put it necessarily with politicians. Was I always just thought it was for the uber rich that happen to be connected to politicians.
I think that is what it is.
That's what it is.
The rich people will bring the politicians in because they have power now. They can use them as their puppets.
I got leverage over you now. I brought you in, you did this, and now you can't risk none of this shit getting out. I own you.
Yeah. Think about that. Like, yo, now you have to sway the laws in my favor. Like, if you start looking at, just, you know, my thing is always follow the bread. So if you'll start looking at a that came in and they salaries be 180 grand, and now you've been in office, I say 10 years, your net worth be $40 million, $50 million. Like, where the did that come from? Right. Be like, I don't kind of understand that. And so, for me, where smoke is fire.
That's why lobbyists seems ridiculous. The whole fact that you can do that, it just seems like I don't see how you do that without being illegal or criminal in some kind of way. I can use my money to help you with your campaign for you to fight my fight. That's the reason why laws don't change. It's a bona fide fact. Of course.
Joe's reaction is really striking because he balances both respect for the actor and skepticism about the film industry. He points out that promoting a movie so soon after an actor's death can feel insensitive, even if the release schedule was planned in advance. He understands that studios operate from a business perspective and that films are carefully timed, but he questions whether ethics and decency are sometimes overlooked in favor of profit. At the same time, he acknowledges that the actor may still benefit financially through royalties or other payments, which complicates the issue further. Joe also touches on how he's become more aware of the darker side of industries he loves, sharing his own experiences with conspiracy theories and how events in Hollywood and politics often reveal unexpected truths over time. Make sure to drop a comment and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.